When I was 14, I used to do a lot of babysitting in my neighborhood in the summer. I actually really enjoyed it. The pay was reasonably good, and I had fun doing it. Anyway, one hot July night, I was paid to babysit this little 9-year-old kid. I think his name was Jamie. His parents were paying me $215 to watch him for the night, and they assured me they would be back first thing tomorrow morning. I wasn't too worried. I had done a couple overnight jobs before, so I knew the ropes. Jamie was a very quiet but seemingly sweet kid, with a shock of dark red hair and pale green eyes. When I introduced myself to him, all he said was, "You're pretty," and then returned to the drawing he had been working on. We didn't talk too much as he was enthralled in his drawing, and I didn't want to bother him. A couple times I've caught him staring at me intently, and I asked him if he needed something. His response was always the same. "No, but you do. You'd look prettier in red," he would say, running his finger down from his cheeks, from ear to ear. I was weirded out by this, of course, but I figured it was just childish rambling. Finally, at about 8:30, I sent him upstairs to go to sleep. I found it interesting that he didn't protest. Most of the kids I had worked with would put up a fight, lobbying for 10 more minutes. But he just quietly stood up, picked up his drawings, and went to his room. I was pretty tired myself, so as soon as he was in bed, I went to sleep myself on the couch downstairs. At about 1 in the morning, I heard someone on the stairs. It was Jamie. I figured he was coming down to get a warm glass of milk or whatnot, because he had a nightmare or something. I was super tired and sincerely hoped he wouldn't make me get up and check his closet for monsters or something silly like that, which had happened to me before. So I continued to pretend I was asleep. My prediction was proved correct when I heard him go into the kitchen. After a few moments of shuffling around in there, I hear him entering the living room, where I am sleeping. I continue to pretend I'm sleeping, in hopes that he'll go away. But, strangely enough, he doesn't. He just stands there, right beside the couch, not saying a word. I peek my eyes open a little bit, to see he's got this creepy, deranged grin on his face, and his hands held behind his back. He leans down and whispers in my ear, "I know you're awake. You look so pretty in red." He then takes one of his hands out from behind his back and places a crumpled up piece of paper in my hand, one of his drawings, I presumed. He stands a moment longer at my side and then turns to go back upstairs. In the pale moonlight that streamed in from one of the outside windows, I could faintly make out the metallic glint of a large carving knife he had held in the other hand while he was watching me. Needless to say, I was scared out of my damned mind. I called my mom in a panic and told her everything. She came over to pick me up and called Jamie's parents. They came home early and paid me nearly double the amount we had agreed upon for my trouble. I never saw Jamie, nor his parents again after that. When I got back to my house after the whole ordeal, I was too wired to sleep. I finally managed to work up the courage to look at the drawing Jamie had given me. It was a moderately detailed sketch of me. He was a good artist, I'll give him that. With my mouth split wide open from ear to ear, blood gushed everywhere from the wound, and in the background the word "die" was written over and over again in big, bold letters. I have no idea what the hell was wrong with that kid, but I firmly believe that if I hadn't woken up that night, I wouldn't be here to tell this story.